First, welcome, Alex, maybe.
Welcome.
Till about 10:45.
Praise the Lord. How are you guys doing?
Hey,
Good, good. As Pastor Chris has told already, my name is Alexander. My last name is. Anyone can guess what would be my last name? Baby. B-A-B-Y. So, for Americans it can be funny, but the town at which I grew up, it is one of the familiar names, Baby. So, as Pastor Chris was telling that, first of all, I want to thank my Lord for giving me this opportunity to come and just be part of the church and be part of Chris and family. And it was a really humbling and honoring experience for me. And so, as Pastor Chris was telling that to mention about India and what I'm doing. So, India, it has the most populous country with 1.4 billion people. It's a 1.4 billion people. So most of the time when we see India, we have a lot of questions and uncertainties about what's happening in the country and everything. And there are few religions that has originated in India itself. For example, from a religious point of view, Hinduism started in India. Almost 92% of people in India are practicing Hindu religion. 92%. And the offshoot of Hinduism is Buddhism and Jainism. That is also another religion. Many of us do not know that also has originated in India. So the Christianity, when it comes to the Christianity, many times we have an assumption that the Christianity has come from European colonists or French colonists or American thing. But that's not the case. In India, the Christianity came in the year AD 52. In the first century itself, the Christianity came to India. Which means that the disciple of our Lord Jesus Christ, Thomas the Apostle, doubting Thomas, he came to India. Disciple of Christ, Thomas came to India and to the deep southern state, that is Kerala, from which state I am coming. I represent that state. In a sense, I take pride in that saying. We Christians have a long history from South India than many of the countries in European world and any English-speaking world and the Western world. So Christianity has been there for a long time, from the first century onwards. But what happened is that it has been limited to certain set of rules and beliefs. It has never gone out of that particular state for a long years. Almost till 14th century, when Protestantism and Portuguese and all those people started to come, the Christianity started to flourish to different parts of India. Then after the Reformation, Protestant Reformation came, then Catholic missionaries came. So today we have a representation of 4 to 5% of Christian representation, 4 to 5. But again, in the government record, it is only 3%. Outside of the government record, there is 5% of Christians. So throughout the history, people are trying to reach the most unreached people group. If you see 1040 windows, we can see in that line, most unreached people groups are from India. It's a huge 1.4 billion people. So this is very important for us to understand. Even though I can say that India, Christianity has reached long time, still there are places, still there are people groups, they don't have a Christian presence. Still there are places, people groups. When I say people groups who speak more than 10,000 people who speak one language. Still, there are not enough Bibles in that particular language. So it is a very needful and very strategic point. If we can you imagine reaching 1.4 billion people, and they're standing in the heaven and rejoicing the Lord and worshiping the Lord? I think the heaven will be complete with 1.4 billion people, right? So what a blessing. So I thank God for Pastor Chris, who was always an encouragement for pursuing the passion and ministry with the Indian missions. So when, again, the Hindu people, that is from a religion point of view I want to share. And from political point of view, I want to say we are a democratic country. The second oldest democracy is United States. The largest democracy is India. You understand? The oldest democracy is United States, and the largest democracy is India. So, but there is, every few years the government changes, just like here, Democratic and Republic. But for the last 8 years, there is a political Hindu government who is ruling the nation. Political Hindu is ruling the nation. So these people are anti-Christians. Their only intention, their only desire is to wipe out Christians from the land. They want completely Hindu majoritarianism, if not Hindu nationalism. So they want completely access to Hinduism. So they try to rewrite the Indian history, rewrite the school curriculum, rewrite all the things about Christianity and other faiths and secularism. Just like here we can see it's a different version, how some other people are trying to rewrite the school curriculum, change every moral thing, values and everything. The same thing is happening in India, but it's in a different version. So they try to force Hinduism, political Hinduism, into different people and everything. So this is very important factor to know that, for example, recently for the last 2 months, the state of Manipur, that's in the northeastern part of India, maybe Pastor Chris knows, northeastern part of India. So for the last 2 months, there has been riots has been taking place. A lot of conflict has been taking place between the tribes and ethnic groups. But let me say one thing. Previously also those things has happened, but the government took initiative to stop that, to be part of a reconciliation. But this political Hindu government, they are never interested to do anything. They just want this to trigger. 300 churches were burned. 300 churches has been destroyed in the last 2 months. In a different small churches, big churches, 300 churches has been destroyed. So, and